Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. As you all know that this is typically a Hindi channel where I share my experience and observation related to Indian stock market, and typically this is for those people who are interested in analyzing the market by looking at the technical charts. So friends, this video I am going to make in English because there are few friends who are not so comfortable in Hindi, and they had placed a request in front of me that if I can make a English version of it so that they can understand the trick or the strategy that we used on 27th of April. So friends, 27th of April, on that day, typical setup was formed in the chart, and a similar kind of a setup is also formed today, that is 30th of April. So I'm going to explain that in detail so that like in future whenever we get that kind of a setup, we may keep all those things in mind before taking the trade. So friends, today was 30th of April. The day is over and we made a loss of 15 points. The stop loss got hit, and with that the April ended with 520 points of profit, the gross being around 39,000 rupees if you are trading with one lot of Nifty. So friends, let me straight away come into the chart, guys, and this is what the chart looks like today. Right from the morning, the RSI was in a overbought kind of situation. Okay, so as per condition 1 or 3, we were not getting any trade in the morning. What had happened was, gradually, if you see over here, if you look into these 3 candles that was formed, the candle starting 10 a.m. and the candle ending at 10:45. So 10 to 10:15, 10:15 to 10:30, and 10:30 to 10:45. If you are referring to these 3 green candles, 3 typical candles are formed where the volume was also on a very higher side. The 3 volume for this candle were higher on high, and the closing value of this 3 candle were also higher on high. Okay, so typically whenever this kind of a setup is formed, you are supposed to enter into a buy side. But if you have gone through my part 1 and part 2 of Awesome Nifty strategy in detail, the link of which will be shared by the end of this video, if the RSI for that is at a overbought zone, so RSI if it is at 65 plus, or if it is at a 70 plus in whenever it comes to 3 white soldier kind of a setup, you are not supposed to enter into a buy side of the trade. You should be ideally entering into the short sell side of that trade. But there is a condition, guys. The condition is whenever this kind of a 3 candle setup gets formed, after that, if any candle breaks the high of this 3 range, okay, so this 3 candles range was like, this is the low of the range around 10,755. The high of this 3 candles range was where somewhat around 10,780. So if any candle breaks the range towards the higher side, okay, so that's like this candle of 11:45 a.m. and then again if you get a trigger towards a low for a short sell, you are not supposed to enter into a trade. Okay, why? Because I mean, it's not a written rule somewhere. Again friends, this is basis my observation. On Friday also similar kind of a setup was formed, and we made a loss of 8 points, and after that I went back to study the chart for last 10 months again, and this is an observation again which I found that whenever in a overbought zone in Nifty futures, a three white soldier kind of a setup gets formed, and if any candle actually breaks it first, the higher of the range, and then trends to come down, then that trade in most of the cases remained like an unsuccessful trade. Hence we should avoid this kind of trade, guys. So looking into this condition, this setup gets nullified, and we are not supposed to enter into this trade. After some time around 11:30, 11:45 and 12, if you look into these 3 candles, these 3 candles are again 3 green candles formed, forming a 3 white soldier kind of a setup, but definitely the 3 volume candles were not supporting because it was not at all in an increasing trend. Hence this was not a setup to trade today. After that, around the range that I have plotted in yellow, so if you see this 3 candle setup, 12:45, 1 and 1:15. So in these three candles, again there is a three candle setup kind of a situation gets formed, which was like three dark crows, three red candles, basically one below the other, and the corresponding volume also was in an increasing trend. Okay, so just give me a sec. What I'm going to do is, we did not look into awesome today, we did not look into ADX today, so let me remove this from here. It will be easier for you to focus. Okay, so now if we are looking into this three candles range, okay, if you are looking into the volume of these three candles, look into the volume of the first candle. It was 81.5k, second candle was around 66.5k, third candle was 81.9k. so technically 81.5k, third one is 81.9k. so the volume is in an increasing trend, the volume is increasing, and definitely it is, the value is falling, because the, if you are looking into the candle, it's one below the other, so what you are supposed to do is, as soon as it breaks this low of this three range, you are supposed to enter into, a short sell side of it. Okay, so if you're entering into a short sell side, the range of this three candle were somewhere around 13 points, 15 points. So you are making a short sell from there. So technically your target was around 10,755. Unfortunately, the price did not fall down till 55. Till 55, it was there till 10,758, and from there it reverted back, and your stop loss got hit. Okay, so that's fine. I mean, it's okay. So we never went wrong in this by taking this trade. We were right as per this strategy by taking this trade, and in future also, if this kind of a setup comes, we will be taking this trade. But it's just that today the scenario did not work, because no strategy is 100% right. And as you all know, looking at the historical data, awesome Nifty strategy is also around 70% accurate. And yeah, definitely if you're consistently using this strategy day in day out, you will be getting a decent profit at the end of the month. Friend, there is one more interesting thing that happened today which I wanted to highlight. Okay, so if you're looking into this three candle, that's fine. So the three candle setup is okay, you are making an entry over here, that's also fine. Soon after that, if you're looking into this candle, that is the 1:30 p.m. candle, it's also one candle which is lower on the previous red candle. So again, basis that, let me just change the color. Let me take it maybe blue, light blue. Okay, if you're referring to these three candles over here, this and this. Okay, so if you're referring to the range of this three candle, okay, this three candle means 1 p.m, 1:15 p.m, and 1:30 p.m. candle. If you're referring to these three candles, the volume is also in an increasing trend over here. If you see, it's very clear cut, the volume is in an increasing trend. The price is also supporting, it's one below other, but you have already made an entry at the price of somewhere around 10,767, guys, because this yellow line that you are seeing is where you have already made an entry. What you are supposed to do in such kind of a setup is, after making the entry, whenever the price touches the first target, okay, so in this case, what is the first target? Your first target is this line. Okay, this line means the price of around 10,755. okay, so that is your target one. And what is your target two? Your target two is the range of 1:1 range of this blue range. Okay, so that is basically this range was of around 15 points, so it should be 15 points below down here somewhere. Okay, so this was your second range. Okay, so these were the two ranges that you would have taken as target 1 and target 2. So in such kind of a setup, the moment your target 1 gets achieved, okay, so target 1 means this price, the yellow line, you are supposed to modify the stop loss of your target 1 and make the stop loss of your target 2 as the actual stop loss. Okay, why so? Because in that, by doing that process, you are ensuring that yes, you have reduced your stop loss, you are actually controlling the stop loss, and if you want, you could have actually booked profit also on getting the target 1 achieved. But today's scenario, we could not achieve target 1, neither definitely we could not achieve target 2. But the learning of the day is, whenever we will get this kind of a setup, this is the way we are going to trade, this is the way we are going to look into the chart. Okay, friends. So again, there is no bookish definition of this. Whatever I mentioned is solely basis my experience. The choice is yours. You are going to follow it or not follow it. Be wise, be knowledgeable, study a lot of other strategies, read a lot of books, and then if you find that there is any prospect in using this strategy, if you're finding this helpful, if you're actually finding that yeah, it has got something good to do, then only follow this strategy, guys. Okay, so April is over by now. Tomorrow is a holiday, and day after tomorrow, the May trading day will start. Starting day after tomorrow, again, I will be posting one video every day, a daily performance kind of a daily review kind of a video that will call out the learnings like this, like whatever we had learned from the chart by looking at the chart on daily basis. And at the same time, it will be a performance tracker of this awesome Nifty strategy as well. So that's all for today, friends. See you again day after tomorrow. Till then, have a great time. Enjoy midweek holiday and have fun, friends. Happy trading. Bye for now.